Hi and welcome back to the channel. This is That Doctor and let's get into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 self-care steps that I'm doing for myself to improve my life. These are little steps that I'm doing every single day, and I hope that they might be of benefit or use for you as well. So number one is looking after myself more, including my diet and also adding fitness. So I am not too bad with fitness, but the issue for me, for sure, is my diet. I have bad periods of time where I can eat quite a lot of food, especially when I'm feeling a little bit stressed or tired. I can just eat a lot of carbs, a lot of salty food, and then when I'm at work I can add some chocolate in there, and then by the time it's like about a week later, I've eaten so many calories, I don't feel very good, I'm craving more like sugars, etc., and so everything goes out of whack. I also start to feel quite hot and quite like sweaty and like uncomfortable. My cardiovascular goes down. I find myself when I go up the stairs, I'm extremely tired and exhausted, and it's just like everything's all out of balance and I don't like it. So for me, one of the most important things is to get my diet consistent. Now that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be like a person that doesn't eat anything that naughty per se, and I will definitely treat myself, but I think it's about consistently eating quite well every day, making changes every day that will help me with my health, and this is something that I find to be important for my life. Number two is taking time to rest physically and mentally after work. Work can be so stressful. If I even speak about the last 2 days that I've had, boy, the stress. Like when patients are really unwell, it just takes a lot from you, and the thing is, it's expected that you would deal with patients that are unwell, but when they're really unwell and you have to think fast and act accordingly, afterwards it can be quite draining. And I'm also somebody that takes my time to really focus on patient care, and I'm sure many people in the NHS and in healthcare do, but I really put myself in the position of that person, like how I want to be treated. And so it takes a little bit more of a toll on me and I get quite exhausted. So I'm taking more time to rest myself, especially after a shift, as I did in the previous video, and taking time to just unwind so that I don't have burnout. And my burnout is quite physical. I can get like severe emotional gastritis, for which I've been admitted to hospital for in the past. I don't want to go through that again. I don't like it. I don't like being a patient. Yeah, I'm a doctor, but no thank you. So I really want to make sure that my health is optimized. Number three, taking more time for my faith. So I am a Christian and I am really enjoying my journey with Christ, and it's something that I want to build on a lot more. So I have found that praying is very easy for me, but reading my Bible has been a little bit more of a struggle, and it's something that I really want to improve on. And I know that I can't do it with my own power per se. I need to pray for guidance, even with reading my Bible, etc. And there's things that, like listening to inspirational speakers, etc. I have found that sometimes with my walk with Christ, there are bits which frustrate me, especially when it comes to, let's say, the body of Christ, because as per usual, all humans have come with their flaws, and that also includes people that are meant to lead sometimes can lead people in the wrong direction. And I'm quite sensitive to what I say is bad behavior. If I see something that's not making any sense for me, it makes me really uncomfortable, but it's step by step. We're getting there, we're moving forward, and I have to say that without my faith, my job, my life, a lot of the things that I face would be a lot harder. So that's something that for me, I am incorporated and trying to get, I can't even do it with myself, but trying to get better with. Number 4, I'm really mindful of my interactions. So it's not everybody that I need to be friends with, okay? I used to be someone that gets quite like anxious if I am not saying yes to every event, just in case, you know, like the feeling of missing out. Now I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. That doesn't mean don't invite me, but truthfully, there are some interactions and some people I really just feel I don't need to be in the same environment with. I'm not gaining anything from it. I personally don't want to be that person that's giving up negative vibes just because I'm not happy with the situation. So I'm very mindful of the interactions I have. I'm mindful from the people that I have deep conversations with. And for me, sometimes I really don't like small talk. Like if we're gonna talk, I want to talk about something like deep. I want to learn something, and I want maybe you to learn something. Like I want to have that kind of conversation about things that pertain to life. Like, and there are some people you just can't have those conversations with, and that's okay. But I'm mindful of my time. So my camera cut out and basically I've had to start again, but I won't start again completely. I'm starting at point 5, which was knowing the power of saying no. So basically, it's not every situation that you feel that you need to be saying yes to. You can say no to going to that event and not feeling that you're gonna have the feeling of missing out. It's okay. You can say no to conversations where you don't necessarily agree. You can say no to things that don't align with your own sort of beliefs. You can say no to things that don't make you feel comfortable. I found that in the past I used to just, and most of the time I wasn't feeling comfortable. I didn't set myself boundaries or healthy boundaries that were useful for myself, and so as a result I became also quite worn out. I'm a bit of an introvert, so when it comes to those kind of conversations where I feel a bit drained and I'm just nodding, saying yes for the sake of saying yes, I find it quite exhausting. So again, I think finding the power to say no to things that you don't align with is actually okay. And point 6, I've been trying to improve my skincare routine, and this is something that I find has been helping me with my self-care and little improvements. I've suffered from something called melasma, so I get like hyperpigmentation around my eyes, over my forehead, around my mouth. So I'm using a product, one that is prescribed by a dermatologist, and then some generalized skincare things that I've been using. Some of them is Korean, some of them is stuff from the UK, but in general I feel that me looking after myself is improving things, and it makes me feel good. So overall, I think looking after yourself, whether that be, as I said in point 1, your diet and fitness, and then looking after yourself from the outside, is all encompassing small little changes that help with your own self-care. Point 7 is, for me, is improving myself in terms of my dressing. Now, as working as a doctor, I'm usually in scrubs, and this means that I'm always either in scrubs or sleepwear. Not even like loungewear, like nice loungewear. But I've decided from now on, I'm going to try and look after myself, make myself feel good. I have literally done my washing, so there's a pile of clothes there, and it can be like that, in terms of when I put my things away. I have clothes that I might not even see because I'm basically wearing scrubs and sleepwear. So it's not to say that I'm wasteful or anything like that, but I'm trying to get through and use the things that I do have within my own wardrobe, wear them, feel good about myself, and this is adding again to my self-care, and it might help you, especially in a job where you have really horrible shift patterns, and then you just end up just kind of like sleeping after work and not doing anything. Putting yourself into a position where you're looking after yourself, feeling great, and improving. Point 8, which is minimizing doom scrolling. Oh my goodness. So I've decided to now put my phone on charge in the night outside of my room, because if I charge my phone in my bedroom, the first thing I do is pick up my phone. I'm on Instagram or TikTok, and I could be scrolling for hours, doing nothing, not learning anything. Where it's better, I can wake up in the morning, spend time in like reading my Bible, have some quiet time, and then basically do something more productive with my time. Point 9, which is reading more encouraging books. So the book that really kickstarted all of this for me was Atomic Habits. At the moment, I have let my friend borrow it. He better be reading it. I'll be watching. And I want to reread it once the book comes back. Please read the book. Thank you. And read it all. But Atomic Habits basically has the idea that it's just the small changes that you do every day. It's not massive changes. Small changes that you do every day that accumulates, and overall you end up doing something more helpful to yourself. Last but not least is having a healthy mindset. So for me, a healthy mindset is my attitude towards things. I find myself, when I go to work, telling myself I'm going to have a great day. On the days where I'm a bit like, oh, it's going to be rubbish, it genuinely, the day is absolutely, or the night shift is absolutely rubbish. But where I tell myself it's going to be fine, I'm going to have a good day, like, you know, words of affirmation. Even when you do have a difficult day, you stay calm, you know, and even afterwards, because your attitude is in a better state, you recover a lot better. Whereas when I feel quite down, I feel that I'm not able to bounce back. So my point is to be having a good attitude to work, having a good attitude to situations, and being kind, saying words of affirmation, just making sure that that mindset is in a healthy place. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and join me again for another video. I'll see you again. Bye.